Hello and welcome back to Roads Yet Traveled. We will be continuing where we left off, which, if you recall, is when you pick your partner, or I suppose your roommate. So yeah. For this video, we will be starting off with Rhoun. And, when the next videos come out, it'll be, Doc and Maruk. So yeah. Anywho, well, let's continue and see what happens when you pick Rhoun. Rhoun seems like an obvious choice. He's kind, thoughtful, and seems genuinely curious about me. He might be a bit scatterbrained, but hell, it'd be hypocritical of me to complain about that. I'd love to get to know him more, too. Despite being quite open about things, he's still very mysterious. A giant metal arm, working in the bowels of a space station, and always thinking about something. I've made my choice. Hey Rhoun, would it be okay if I stayed with you for now? Oh, me? Really? Sure, of course. I might have to clean though. It's messy as all. Oh, that's fine. As long as you're okay with me intruding into your space. Yeah, it's fine. I've had roommates before. Well, I'm excited. He manages a small smile amidst a sea of thoughts. I think I made the right choice nonetheless. Looking over to the two, I notice that Doc is just smiling. But perhaps not as large as usual. And Maruk just looks relieved. I understand wanting to get some privacy. But Marrow, did he expect me to pick him? I'm sure I'm just seeing things. But this is great. I get to sleep in a real bed, but even better, it's in the executive suite, so maybe it'll be nicer. Or at least bigger. Ahem. Well, now that that's sorted out, how about we get you out of here, Tucker, and go have a real dinner? Not one inside a cell. Yes. I had almost forgotten. All of this build-up just to open a damn door. But it's finally here. I can't wait. I head to the desk to assemble my meager possessions, taking one last look at my cell. An uneasy wave of nostalgia washes over me, but I cannot determine why. Everything of value about this room is in front of me, not behind me. These Karain are what I want to remember about my time here, not the cell. Heading over to them, I stand where the door should be and just wait. I know I've technically been on the other side of the wall already, but this is so much more. Alright, Tucker, just remember, you're being let out on the captain's good graces. One wrong move and... Maruk! Enough! We can talk about the rules and their semantics tomorrow. Tonight, though, let's just let Tucker enjoy themselves. Fine. Sorry, Tucker. He pulls up his monitor and presses some unseen command. Hopefully for the last time for a while. And the door opens. I've never actually stood this close to it when it happened. The air rolls over me, enveloping me in a cool breeze. The lights lose their strange blue tint from the glass wall. I can feel it in the air. Freedom. All eyes are on me. It's such a little thing. One small step. But it feels like a journey in and of itself. With one giant leap, I breach the barrier and join my guardians on the other side. I realize that I met with a bit of confusion. Did you trip or something? No, I just... Let's go get dinner. Psst, whatever. The others are smiling though. And it's nice. It feels more real seeing them from this side of the wall. There isn't a thin veil of blue obscuring their faces. I wonder if I should shake their paws. Or like, hug them? Maybe. But not now. Shall we? He gestures to the door at the end of the hallway. Right. It is dinner time after all. Yeah, I'm ready now. Thank you, Merowyn, for everything. A simple nod is my answer as he heads down the hallway, and I gladly follow. The hallway is... well, it's a hallway. But I don't think I've ever been so happy to see an empty hallway. I don't think I could deal with being gawked at by hordes of Karain right now. I wonder if I've been here before or if most of the hallways look like this. From how they talked about them, I could be anywhere really. I stop gawking and catch up with the pack. So remind me, Doc, where is he allowed to be again? If I remember how the captain put it, it was the executive suites, the upper decks, any necessary research labs, and wherever maintenance works as long as it's isolated. No one really seems to know what I do, huh? I know what you do, Rhoun, and I appreciate you for it. When we first met, I found you sleeping in a vent. I appreciate you slightly less. We all get a small laugh out of it. I think I even saw Maruk's scowl waver. I hope my days are more like this. Just being able to enjoy the company of these Karain. And learning about this place. Well, I need to stretch my legs. I'm going to the cafeteria and getting the biggest meal they'll let me take. Ah, for all of us? Thank you, Maruk. Yeah, for all of us. Anyways, just get to the library. The way should be mostly clear. And it shouldn't be too crowded right now. Just don't get seen too much. With that, he heads off. I really hope that he brings us all dinner and not just himself. But with no objection from Doc, we move forward. I only see one other Karain, and he was so engrossed in his monitor that he didn't even look up to see us coming. I wonder if most of them are like that. Just too busy to be bothered. From what I've heard, probably not though. Hey Doc, is it okay for me to be walking around? I mean, I know I'm allowed to be out. Kinda. But like I feel... open, if that makes sense. Oh, I'm sorry, Tucker. Are you worried? Trust me, as long as you are with us. He looks to Rhoun, who is only barely taller than myself and just looking at the ground right now. Well, as long as you are with one of your guardians, no one should try anything. That being said, most of the crew still don't know you exist. The captain is going to release a formal briefing tomorrow morning. But please, if you are worried about anything, let me know and I can try to help you. I understand it might be stressful. Oh wait, most people here still don't know I exist? What if we walk into someone who freaks out? It's late. Most Karains are either eating right now or off work relaxing. Right, as Rhoun said. There will be very few Karain walking the halls right now. And once we get closer to the library, fewer still. If you are uncertain though, perhaps we could take another route? I believe the back elevator may be quicker. People will be using that to come and go from the cafeteria, Doc. Follow me. Rhoun takes a sharp turn down a hall, and Doc looks between us before shrugging and gesturing for me to follow. I guess we're taking Rhoun's route. Doc, I know she's come up a lot already, but I feel like I know nothing about her. Who is this captain everyone keeps bringing up? Belle? Ah, the captain. Well, she helms the ship. Literally and figuratively. She runs all maneuvering logistics and transportation of goods, along with the maintaining of schedules and timetables for projects. She is a very busy woman. I had only met her a few times before, finding you. I think she has taken an interest in you. In fact, she even took time to visit you while you were in the cell. But yes, I understand if she can come off as mysterious. She did? Was I awake? The cell was on the isolation setting. so you could not see her. But she was there. I guess that's what they called it when the wall was down. That's even more suspicious, though. When was that? Have you ever met her, Rhoun? Yeah. Once or twice. Right. Well, she will stay out of your way if you don't cause any trouble, I can assure you that. And if you do cause any trouble, you'd have to deal with me before dealing with her. I don't know if that's better. Oh, you'll be fine, Tucker. If you ever met her, though, be sure to address her as Captain and nothing more. She's a bit specific about that. She only refers to her name on documents. Oh, sure. I'll try to remember that. Thanks, Merowyn. He just offers a smile and a gentle pat on my back. None of that really did anything to sate my curiosity about this captain, but I guess I'll find out sooner or later. Especially if she's curious about me as well. In here. We both turn to see that Rhoun seems to have led us to a supply closet? Or is this the library door? It doesn't really live up to the expectations, if so. Rhoun? Did you need to pick something up? You could have just said so that we have waited. What? No, come inside. Please. With a shrug from Doc, we head inside. It seems to be a supply closet indeed. But when Rhoun pulls a big switch on the wall, one of the panels starts to move. Inside is a dark hallway like from all of those days ago. I guess this is how Rhoun gets around. We can go through here without anyone seeing us. If you don't mind taking the service route. Ah, good thinking, good idea, Rhoun. Rhoun just nods and steps through, his arm illuminating the narrow halls as he heads down. I suppose we should follow him before we end up getting lost. I hope Doc doesn't get stuck. I don't think these halls were designed for someone of his stature. Going this way, I don't really get to see more of the ship. But at least no one else will see me. There will be more time to see other parts of the ship, so for now, this works. Thud. Damn thing! Turning around, I see poor Doc rubbing his head already. This might not have been the best idea for him. Perhaps we should have gone the normal way. Are you sure you want to come this way, Doc? It might be a bit of a hassle. No, it's fine. I simply misjudged how low the ceiling was. Anyways, I believe that I should stay with you for tonight. Huh? What do you mean, Doc? To make sure that you are fine, of course. I have been worried about you. Which, I know may be hard to believe. But I was assigned to take care of you and I intend to... Thud? In an attempt to make a point, I think he tried to straighten his back and puff out his chest. But he just ended up hitting his head on another pipe. Poor guy. Ow! Yeah. Just know that I am here for you. If you need me, of course. Despite everything, it is a little hard to believe. Which I am glad that he knows too. But the offer means a lot to me. I don't expect any of these Karain to do anything intentionally harmful to me, but I find myself not really being able to fully trust any of them. Which doesn't make me feel good to admit. But I did only get out of jail like half a mark ago. Thanks, Doc. I'll remember that. And are you okay? Yes, no worries. It takes more than that to bring me down. Although, considering we are still at the entrance, I feel like this may be a very long hallway for me. Oh shit. We totally haven't moved. Is Rhoun still going, or... Guys? Are you coming? Phew. Thank goodness. Getting lost in the vents again is really not an idea I treasure. It takes us a bit longer than we need to, as Rhoun keeps stopping to check valves and note pressure levels. But after a few minutes of walking, Rhoun comes to a big empty panel. Okay, the library is just out here. I'll take this panel down and go see if anyone is inside. And if there is, do you mind asking them to leave? Rhoun just taps away on his monitor before turning back to us. I won't have to. The lights just went out anyways. With that, he undoes the panel and heads out, leaving what I can only assume is a wet floor sign in its absence. Did he just do what I think he did? Can't say I expected Rhoun to do something like that. Not that I'm complaining. It's nice to see that he's got the smarts to get what he needs. Maybe I should start learning from him. I already have the uniform for it. Maybe a little more grease on the edges, but still. I realize Doc is gently looming over me. Seems like Rhoun is influencing you already. Enjoying your trip to the stars? Everything good, I hope? I don't know about that, Doc. I think I was a pro at staring off into space way before I came here. Hey, I'll take your word for it. He rubs his head, as he definitely hit it a few more times on the way over. I wonder if he can look at himself, or if he needs someone else to do it. Actually, speaking of, I know he's Dr. Merowyn Seno, but like, what kind of doctor is he? General practice? Surgeon? Therapist? Hey Doc? What kind of doctor are you? You've done blood work and stuff on me, but you also said that you are worried about my mental health. Are you a therapist too? A what? Oh, someone who helps with brain issues? Mental health? When I'm sad and need to talk to someone? Oh, worried about my credentials already? Don't worry, Tucker. I have years' worth of experience helping others. Huh, okay. Thanks, Doc. Another non-answer. With the validity of his credentials still in the question, I guess his word is enough for now. He's still just smiling. In fact, it feels like he's always been smiling. It's sweet, but deep down a bit unnerving. If he was any more like Maruk, I'd be worried. He's so big. I'm sure that he can be intimidating if he wants to. I'm glad he's not. Are you okay though, Meryl? What? What do you mean, Tucker? Well, with everything going on. And I guess, like, me? Surely you have opinions on everything that's been happening. Well, yes. But they only matter insofar as you are out of that cell. Really? That can't be all. No, it is not all, Tucker. But I do not wish to worry you with these issues right now. There's nothing truly pressing if you must know. But things are still complicated. Very complicated. Also, I'm sure that you can understand. I mean, by the heart, we are hiding in a vent right now just to get you dinner. Not everyone sees it how I do. That you are just in need of help. How many people even know right now? Not accounting for the ones that only learn through rumor. I believe only 20-some people. But of course, rumors spread fast. And tomorrow, none of those rumors will matter. So I'm nervous. But not so much as to worry for you. More worried about you. Worried what all this pressure will bring. I'm loath to see you have another... Well, I'd hate to find you like how I did a few nights ago, is all. What is he? Oh, right. I mean, I'd rather not break down again either. Or at least not in such a horrid fashion. I'm sure it will be okay, Doc. Just, one day at a time and all. Of course. He does little to hide an unconvinced expression on his muzzle. It does nothing to assuage my fear. He knows that. He can feel it. A dread silence creeps in. without even a rogue passerby to stomp it out. I just look away, disheveled and cold. A whisper tries to escape Doc's lips, but fails to incarnate. Even the thrumming of the pipes dulls into a lurid oblivion of white noise. A false simulacrum of nothing. Willing, it would persist ad infinitum, but fortunately, however, Doc seems to have noticed something. In a most pathetic attempt to clear his throat, he still manages to grab my attention. Looks like Rhoun managed to empty the library of sleeping researchers and locked it so that only we can get in. Shall we? Right. Yeah, sure thing, Doc. Stepping out of the maintenance tunnel, we head swiftly down the hall towards a set of fairly grand doors. That's more like it. I notice a set of Karain down the hall. They don't approach us, but they do notice me. A whisper informs the others of some unknown fact. The way that they look at me says it all, though. While Maruk looks at me as though I were a child, Merowyn looks at me as a doctor would a patient, and Rhoun almost as just another crewmate. They look at me and know what I am. Prey. They see through me, through what I am, as if I should be behind glass, as if I am something to be researched and discarded. And maybe I should be. Fuck. I just wish that they weren't all so tall. I stay very close to Doc, practically hugging his side, trying to keep him between them and myself. He doesn't mention it. I'm thankful. We arrive at the doors and Doc gives them a small knock. They open but a few inches and a half and Rhoun's muzzle peeks out from inside. The lights are broken. I'm fixing them. But please come back later. It's us, Rhoun. Oh. Hurry in then. The door only opens wide enough for me to get through. Marrow offers an annoyed, and squeezes through himself after me. Wait a damn minute. Why does this place look just how I imagined it? Doc, you never said the library was this beautiful. Did I not mention it? It is quite the nice room, isn't it? Dimly lit, but plenty of nice chairs and lamps. A faux fireplace and a cozy atmosphere really make this place feel like something you'd find back home. Why is it so different? I wasn't here when they built the station itself, although I've heard that they modeled it after a previous director's study back home. Either way, I won't complain. I can't complain either. This is a much-needed reprieve from the harsh metals and cold grays of the rest of the station. If the other attractions are this nice, then I have nothing to worry about in terms of amenities. If I am allowed to ever see those amenities, that is. Is it really okay to eat in here? It's so fancy. Technically no, but as long as we don't mess up the books and clean up, it should be fine. Right. Looking at the shelves, I notice some of the books are, well, books, and some are just screens with projections of books. Seems like a waste, but who am I to say? Of course, I can't read any of them, and I'm a bit too afraid to pull them out. But the spines look really pretty. Some are obviously just textbooks. I feel that can be understood in any language. But some have nice bindings and metal covers. It really is just a library in space. Closing my seat on the couch, I am pleasantly joined by Merowyn. Rhoun choosing instead to pull over a large lounge chair. So, are we in the executive suite area, or do we still need to get there after dinner? No, but we are just around the corner from it. It's a short walk, I promise. And there is no real reason for anyone to be around here at this time of the night, so it should be quite empty. That's good. I don't know if I could take being stared at like that again already. It seems I've been very fortunate with who I've been exposed to. Even Maruk. Speaking of, I hope he didn't forget about us. I'm starting to get hungry. So, Tucker, are you happy to be out of there? I know it wasn't great in your cell. Oh, definitely. It will be nice to sleep in a real bed with more blankets and see the rest of the station. I'm excited to see what it's like out here. This alone is a huge shock. Gesturing to the room. And if the rest of the station is half as nice as this, then I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm glad. I hope I can show you around. Oh, thanks, Rhoun. That's very sweet. Yeah. He's sitting, but I swear I see his tail managing a small wag. How cute. Yes, there will be plenty of time to see the sights once you get settled in. I am afraid that I'm going to have to say that we should. We are going to take it slow. We aren't even allowed to bring you to most of the station yet. Right. Of course. That's fine, Doc. He's right, of course. But it does put a damper on my mood a bit. A large furred paw gently lands on my shoulder, and I follow it up to its source. Shit. I forgot that he can read my mood to a T. You'll see them. I promise. Right. The real sounds of a fake fire envelop the room in a warm tone. False embers casting minor shadows that dance along the spines of non-flammable kindling. Despite the shadows masquerading as the truth, the fire still warms me to my core. Still, I need to find a way home. But this? All of this outside of that cell? It might be manageable. Knock, knock, knock. As if moved by some unseen director, we all turn to face the door. No one moves, though. Perhaps whoever it is will just go away? Knock, knock, knock. Rhoun gets up and cautiously walks towards the door. I wonder if we should have left a Do Not Disturb sign out there. Opening it slightly, he tries to pull the same routine he pulled on us. The lights are... Help me with the food, damn it! Oh, sorry. About time. The delivery guy was taking forever. I don't think Doc got my joke, but he does get up to help at the door. Maruk walks in with some trays and even a bag hanging off his arm. I'm impressed he managed to get that much food. After struggling to help Maruk unload, I am eventually joined by my companions. Took you long enough, Maruk. I was worried that you had forgotten about us. About you? I could never. Now shut up and help me figure out what's what. Looking over the array of different foods, it seems like he really did his best to get an assortment for us. Or at least for himself. They are definitely some things I haven't seen before. Whether I can eat any of it or not is yet to be seen. Speaking of actually, I wonder if they have coffee here. Well, probably not, but something like it at least. Wait, isn't caffeine really bad for dogs? Well, they aren't dogs. Maybe they got used to it or something? Doc does his best to pick out what I can eat. Which ends up being only 2 dishes. And porridge again, but it's something. All the other dishes smell good. I hope Doc can do more tests soon and see what will, well, kill me or not. I really would love to try something else. Maruk, I'm surprised. You did such a good job fetching dinner. I expected you to at least forget about Tucker's food choices. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Doc. Oh, I trust you completely, Maruk. I also know how bad your memory can be. Yeah. You forget one meeting and I get it. Ugh, whatever. Here. You like this, yeah? Oh! Yes, thank you. Maruk hands him a dish of buns similar to what I've seen them bring me before. Except this time, they seem to be steamed, not baked. It's nice to see those two interact as friends. I still don't entirely understand their relationship, but it's interesting nonetheless. I'm mainly glad that they don't always act so professional. I think I'd have a hard time dealing with all of this if they weren't so casual about everything. All of them, actually. Once the food is all laid out, and I can get a good view of it, it really is a nice selection. Well, I assume it is anyways. Doc and Rhoun don't seem to be complaining, so I can only assume. As Maruk digs right in, I assume that it's fine to continue, so I just start with my salad. As boring as always, but the company makes up for it a bit. Rhoun enjoys some kind of meat patty, albeit a different one from the Stayer burger, and Doc eats one of the buns in a single bite. Guess he was finally hungry. Everyone is just in their own little world, eating their dinner and enjoying themselves. I can't remember the last time that I had dinner with friends. I guess they are my friends. Maybe. Still, this is something that I haven't had for a while. I can feel my shoulders loosen as I melt into the couch. Taking a sip of my broth, I notice Merowyn giving me a small side-eye and smiling. Did I spill something? What's up, Doc? He takes a moment before responding, just smiling and peering through me. The others don't seem to notice anything. It's nothing, Tucker. You were just smiling is all. Quickly covering my mouth, I realize he was right. Doc laughs quietly before turning back to the table. My heart is trying to break my ribs. Am I happy? I don't know. I'm still trapped within these walls, potentially light years from home. I miss my family and the light of my sun. And between the stress and anxiety, nothing here even felt real. But I think tonight, here with these Karain, I can afford myself a little joy. Well, I would like to say that the dinner eventually picked up, and was full of mirth and merriment and good conversation. In truth, we all ate in silence of the fireplace. It was a good dinner. Genuinely. But I think everyone was a bit too focused on eating than anything. I know for at least Maruk and I, it has been the first meal outside of that cell block, so it was very cathartic to take it in and just relax. I didn't think that we would get through half of what Maruk brought, but I shouldn't have underestimated these Karain, as there's almost no food left. Most of the work was done by Rhoun and Maruk though, and surprisingly not Doc, who only had one dish. Everyone's just relaxing and lounging in the comfortable chairs, checking their monitors or zoning off into space. And while I didn't have that much, at least compared to them, I feel exhausted. Although I assume it's not just dinner weighing me down. I think it's getting pretty late. I really need to watch something. Not being able to judge what time it is at all has been a pain in the ass. Hey Doc, now that dinner is done and everything, you think that I can get back to the whole, list of rules that we need to follow? If we must. There truly isn't too much more to go over. There's details who to contact in case anything happens to Tucker, being us three or Professor Seno. It gives an actual detailed map of where he is allowed to go, some ground rules. Nothing too complicated. Ground rules? Doc, what are you talking about? It's a list of things that I personally didn't think needed to be specifically stated. No exposing Tucker to large crowds, keeping them away from heavy machinery, keeping them in sight at all times. Advice on keeping them safe, making sure their needs are met and such. You can read it over in detail if you wish. It's all there. When I get back to my room. Still, it's a big document, and we went over like 3 rules. I can see here on the front alone it says, don't let them use public bathrooms unattended. Only use the halls when there is minimal foot traffic, and in case of emergency, force can be applied. Doc, that's a bit more than what you said. I was paraphrasing. Paraphrasing? Doc. A lot of it was written in by the captain as a contingency, really. Things that would never happen. They will be fine as long as they stay with us. If you say so, Doc. Still, this is important to go over. Hey, you hear me? Rhoun looks around a little bit stunned before acknowledging Maruk. Yes. I'll read it all. I'll download the file to my monitor to keep it on me too. Good. As for you, Tucker, here we go. While Doc may treat you like a kid, this is important. I know you can't read this, for whatever reason, but make sure that you figure it out. Yeah, I know, Maruk. Trust me, I'm not excited for any more attention myself. Even if Maruk is being very blunt about all of this, he is right about Doc. He has been acting odd about this whole thing. I suppose he's just trying not to freak me out over it. Anyways, how long do we have until she announces all of this? Him staying on board and all that. I believe she's already prepared the file. It will go out tomorrow morning to all of the staff. She should have sent you a copy. Here, let me just... He pulls out his crappy little monitor, and to my surprise, it actually turns on. Guess it does work. Even though it looks worse than an old flip phone, I imagine it's far more impressive on the inside. There. You can review that too, if you wish. Rhoun and Maruk both pull up their far more impressive projected screens and scan the document Doc forwarded them, each going at their own pace reading over the details of my release. The changes in their expression inform me before anything that something may be wrong. Doc, what is this? This document is just basically lies. What? What do you mean lies? Well, for one, it says you have no memories of before coming here. Yeah, and that you are only capable of understanding some words. Doc, these lies are pathetic. Who's gonna believe this? Merrill pinches his brow and tries to compose himself. Seems this situation is even weirder than I thought. I know they're bad. But it's the best way to not stir up too much panic in the crew. We couldn't say that you can't talk because that would go against us if you needed help. We can't say that you can't understand us. I mean, by the heart, it took the professor less than a day to figure out that you could. We even prepared a fake backstory for you on how we found you. You did what? We're going with the idea that we found you in a life support pod. Just floating in space. Doc, you can't be serious. I am. What is more believable, that we have no idea how he got here? Or making up some pathetic lie to placate the crew? I'm sorry, So... is any of this real? Or are we just going to lie to the crew? Maruk! Ugh, must you be so difficult? We can't tell them everything. We have to keep some things back for now. I thought you of all people would understand this. I know it seems pointless, but it's out of my control. Most of this was done by the captain and Professor Seno. That's why I didn't want to bring it up, okay? It's out of my paws. And most of it is just legal jargon, placing the blame elsewhere if anything does happen. This sucks, Doc. I know. Can we do anything? I don't know. The room falls flat. No one has anything else to say about it. Now I guess I understand why Doc was so opposed to reading the documents. All these lies. I have a feeling that they will cause more harm than good, but only time will tell, I suppose. I'm getting tired of all of this. I think I have to call it for the night. Hey, I know this is all confusing and... whatever. But I think I need to go to bed. Maybe we can pick this up? Some other time? Right, of course, Tucker. I'm sorry about all of this. It will be manageable. I'm sure. I promise that we'll find a way for you. But yes, let us... retire for now. Oh, right. That means me. I should take you to your room then. My room. Our room. If I were in a better mood, I might laugh. But no one even bothers to acknowledge Rowan's little mix-up. Getting up and grabbing my backpack, I notice Doc slowly putting food into trays and stacking dishes. Should we help clean up, or... No, Tucker. Please, go rest. Maruk and I can handle this. Maruk looks like he wants to object, but he just sighs and nods. Rhoun leaves and I offer one last wave before heading out myself. It is met with a half-hearted wave from Doc and barely an acknowledgement from Maruk. Good night. Fortunately, we don't bump into anyone on our short walk. I assume I'm going to be chaperoned everywhere from now on. But in lieu of someone guiding me, I do feel I should learn how to get around. This place is like a maze. Maybe if I could read the signs, it wouldn't be so bad. But otherwise, I'm totally out of luck. After swiping through one of the set of doors into another smaller hallway, we come into a fairly unassuming door and Rhoun stops. I guess this is it. I notice that there is what I assume, nameplate by the door. This is your name, Rhoun? Oh, yeah. Why? I've never seen it before. I don't even know what it sounds like. All I hear is... well, what I hear. But I am sure it's not Karain. Karain? Karain isn't a language, Tucker. Oh shit. Of course, human isn't a language. Right. Sorry. What language are you speaking then? Karain. Is he messing with me? That sounds basically the same, but I'll take his word for it. I wonder if I'm hearing things just completely different. Well, an issue for another time, I suppose. Thanks for letting me know. You probably saved me some embarrassment down the line. No worries. I feel something tickle my leg and I look down to see his tail gently wagging. I can't count a lot on here, but I think I can count on Rhoun being my friend. Or at least liking me. After swiping his ID card on the door, it gently slides open, and a gust of warm air washes over me. Oh man, is this room heated normally? Well, normally for a human. That would be such a relief. Oh, sorry. I left the lights off. And sorry about the mess. You can sleep on my bed tonight if I can't make yours accessible. Accessible? Ah, I see what he means. Seems as though he has been using my bed as a makeshift table and storage area. It's messy, but it's nothing compared to what I've seen in some dorms. Ah, I see. Noticing Rowan's ears starting to go back, I quickly correct myself. Oh, it's fine, Rhoun. It's really not that messy even. But since I intruded, how about I help you clean up tomorrow? No, you don't have to do that. It's fine. We're roommates now. It's the least that I could do for taking up all of this extra space. He manages a smile. Well, don't worry about it tonight. I'll just throw it... somewhere. You can take my bed. Are you sure? It's fine if you want to sleep on your bed. No. If you end up sleeping on a bolt or something, I'll feel awful. Also, I think the sheets have oil on them. I'm sure that there will be some time tomorrow to clean. Speaking of cleaning, actually, he must have a shower, right? I'd kill to have a hot shower right now. Hey, Rhoun. You don't happen to have a shower, would you? A bathroom? A place I can wash off? Oh, of course. Right through there. He points to the back left as he arranges some of his belongings, trying to make space. I thank the eye or whatever that they don't have communal bathrooms. I cannot express how happy I am at having my own shower. The bathroom, like everything I've seen so far, is almost worryingly human. The toilet looks normal. The shower looks normal. Even the soap bottle looks like the branded crap I would buy back home. It's weird thinking that I have to get used to something that I'm already used to, but here we are. Although, that being said, it feels like whenever you go somewhere new, the hardest thing to understand is how to turn on the shower. Is it left for hot, or maybe it's right? Up? After fiddling it with far too long, a steady stream starts running and the room starts to heat up. Moisture accumulates on the glass and mirror. A shallow fog pooling around my ankles. The sound itself is that of a heavy aria. Before I jump in, I realize that I might need a towel. And looking at the state of the towels in here, I think it's fair to say that they are taken. Popping my head out of the door, I can't see Rhoun, but I can hear the metal clanking about, so I know he's still here. Hey, Rhoun? Yeah? Do you have a towel that I could use? Maybe a clean shirt too? Oh, sure. After more rummaging and clanking, a robotic arm juts out in front of me, holding a towel and a tank top. His definition of clean might not match up with mine, but it's better than what I have now, which desperately needs to be washed. Thanks. Ducking back into the bathroom now, it's really heated up. It's so foggy that I can't make myself out in the mirror. Just a gray blob. Let's just test out the water and... Shit! This is way too hot. I'm amazed it goes that high. Everything okay in there? Yeah, I made the shower too hot. Oh, sorry. You need help? Nah, I got it, thanks. Reaching around carefully, I managed to turn it down without scalding myself. Alright, let's try that again. And it's good. This is going to be heavenly. I can feel my worries being washed down the drain as the water rolls off my skin. I just stand in the mist for what feels like a solid 5 minutes. Were I to wash away, it would be okay. I already feel lost at sea. Finally getting to wash off, I get a better look at what I assume is his soap and shampoo. It seems fine, but I should probably ask Doc beforehand. I'd hate to have a weird reaction and have to call him already. The water will be enough for now. I scrub down the best I can and, almost sadly, leave the warmth of the shower. I notice, however, that there is another lever next to the water. My curiosity piqued, I turn it slightly. Nothing seems to have happened. Turning it a bit further, I feel warm air being blown on me. No way, is that what I think it is? Turning it further really amps up the power as gusts of warm air really kick up the water and dry out the shower. Maybe I didn't need the towel after all. Standing in the vortex for long enough, I feel pretty dry so that I forego it to finishing drying off manually. Makes sense that they have a huge system for blow-drying fur, considering most of them seem to need it. Finishing drying off, I put my underwear back on and the shirt Rhoun so generously gifted me. I consider leaving as is, but since I don't really know Rhoun very well, I put my shorts on as well. At least until I get under the blankets. I really need new clothes. I'm hoping Doc can hook me up with what I asked for. I should have asked about it at dinner. Stepping out of the hot bathroom, I'm in a bit of a shock to see Rhoun zoned out just standing over my bed. It seems he was also getting ready for bed. I tentatively cover my eyes, as I'm not really sure what I was supposed to do right now. I should probably break the silence before he notices me staring at him. Shower's warmed up if you want it? I'm so sorry. I forgot you were in here. I got so lost in my routine that Sorry. Shit, I feel awful. It's fine. I didn't see anything. Sorry for intruding again. Seemingly ignoring me, he grabs some of the other clothes lying around and dashes past me into the bathroom. Shit, way to go, Tucker. Real smooth alienating your roommate like that. Looking around, I notice he hasn't so much cleaned as just moved things around. Which I guess is the start of cleaning. Kinda. Putting all my stuff with my bag, I head over to his bed. It looks like he has a little stuffed toy. I wonder if he actually sleeps with this little guy. I decide to put it on the other bed just in case. Testing out the bed, it already seems comfier to the touch. It might not be the comfiest bed ever, but oh man, is it an improvement. I can feel myself sinking in already. I still feel awful taking his bed, but it's only for one night. Getting warmed up under the blankets, I realize they have a general smell to them. It's not what my old bed smelled like, that's for sure. It must be what Rhoun smells like. Frankly, I'm surprised that they don't just smell like oil. It's more earthy, like dirt that's just been tilled or fresh-cut lumber. A far cry from the total lack of smell on Doc. But it's nice. It's not dirty or overbearing, just surprising. I wonder if it's all his shampoo or if he's just like that. The scent of wood trapped under his dense fur. Well, I assume it's dense. I've never actually touched him, but it looks dense. It looks soft. Shaking out the mental image of petting him, I take a look around for my bed. All in all, it's a pretty cool room. I don't know if it's really hit me yet that this is now my room. Well, I'll just call it my room for now. It's a bit jarring seeing so many normal-looking monitors after seeing Rhoun use a portable hologram projector earlier. Maybe these are just cheaper? I wonder what he does in his free time. Although from his job description, I don't think he has a ton of free time. The shower goes off and the sound of the dryer comes and goes. Remaining supine, I just wait for the door to open. A small creak alerts me to the fact. Do you mind turning away so I can get into bed? Please? Oh, sure. Rolling to face the wall, I hear some sodden footsteps behind me before a thumping and the sound of a few things falling onto the floor. After hearing some blankets rustling, I decide to roll back over and look at him. He's just facing the ceiling. Shit. Hey, Rhoun? Are you okay? No response. So sorry about earlier. I really didn't mean to see anything. And I didn't. I didn't see anything, that is. It takes a second, but he lets out a small laugh. It's okay. I panicked. Sorry if I scared you. I'm not used to having people in here so late. I let him continue, as he just stares at the lights above him. I know I zone out a lot. I have a bad tendency of doing that. Getting caught in my own thoughts. More than I probably should. I just wanted to make sure that you were okay. Are you? Okay, that is. Yeah, I'm fine. I was just startled is all. I thought I was wearing less, to be honest. What is he? Oh. Ah, I see. That would make sense. Oh. Oh. Yeah, no worries, Rhoun. I didn't see anything. I guess clothes at all times, yeah? At least until under the blankets? Please. Of course. This is your room. Anything you say goes. It's your room, too. He smiles before reaching up and missing to grab something. He looks around curiously for a second before looking over to me. Hey, Tucker? Yeah? The lights. By your head. Can you hit them? Oh, sure. Hitting the lights dims the room, the only light now coming from the bathroom. Well, that and a faint blue light coming from Rhoun's bed. Hey, Rhoun. Yeah, can I. I was just. Never mind. There was an accident. I just sit and wait. He doesn't continue. I'm sorry, that was insensitive of me too. It's fine, Tucker. This night has been kind of weird. A gentle quiet comes over the room. No thrumming of pipes nor illusions of fire, but a true and honest quiet. I shift in my bed to escape it, but I only tire myself out. I suppose both are a means to the same end. I'm sorry, Tucker. Maybe some other time, okay? You don't have to talk about it, Rhoun. I shouldn't have even brought it up. It's okay to talk about it. Just not today. Today has been enough. He's right. I don't even know what is going on here anymore. Well, I don't even think I ever have, but still. Right, of course, Rhoun. Thanks for letting me stay here. It means a lot. The cool blue from his arm gently dancing across his muzzle as it rotates. It paints his face a cobalt mask. Of course, Tucker. I hope things will get easier. Or less confusing, at least. Yeah, me too. Do you know what is going to happen? I mean, tomorrow at least. To what? About the message. And me. Well, I think people might be worried. Or really excited. But you shouldn't worry about that. I think Doc is going to take care of you pretty much all day. I think he needed to still run some tests. But like, things he could only do in his lab? Oh, well, I'm suddenly looking less forward to tomorrow. I trust Doc, but lab and tests are definitely not words I like hearing. Okay. And thanks, Rhoun. I'm gonna try to go to bed now. See you in the morning? Yeah. I'll wake you up when Doc needs you. Sleep well, Tucker. I may have lied. There is one sound that I can hear. A gentle purr. Almost inaudible. As if it were not wont to be heard. As soft streaks of light dance across my closed eyes. Something to lull me to sleep. Something to remind me of where I am. It is as blue as the sky and as animated as the ocean. And as annoying as a car driving by at night. Rolling over further, I find some escape from it. But it may take some getting used to. It's not his fault, though. It can't be helped. I lay, staring at the ceiling through closed eyes, letting myself become numb to the world. Station around me. I've been finding it increasingly difficult to just fall asleep. I've oft just sat awake, trying to find something, anything really to focus on, just to think on long enough until it all fades to black. But these last few days, my mind has just been swimming, and it seems tonight is no different. Uh, is it? Is it wrong to hope that I might wake up tomorrow back home? Back in my shitty dorm? Or that hallway corner in which I was lost? Is it wrong to wish for that? I could be millions of light years from home, where no man has ever gone before. And it sucks. No one has ever been more lost than I. And what of my guardians? I've possibly irrevocably intruded into these strangers' lives. And all I want to do is run. To disappear. But isn't that what would be best? If I were to somehow vanish? Poof, just like that. Gone. Would they be able to go back to normal? Would they care? Would I care? Ugh. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I feel as though I'm being strung along like a puppet towards some incomprehensible goal. Either they truly do not know how I got here, or they're lying to me about knowing, and I don't know which could possibly be worse. The endless secrecy and yellow tape. It lies all the way down. Even I'm a fucking secret at this point. What more must I lose just to retain some minute sense of self? Fuck, I can't do this. I have to. I have to hold it together. Some semblance of hope. Anything. It really is all I have. No. Maybe I have more. Maybe through all of the lies and confusion I have. Them. I have to. To move on. This road I have in front of me, if it can even be called that. It's more akin to a tree splayed out across space itself, each branch leading to some unknown eventuality. Some may even lead home. But I think I can start walking along its paths. Hell. I may even have taken the first step. To be continued. Thank you for reading. I'd like to give credit to Wakezi for the fantastic menu art. I'd like to thank Marcy for all the coding help, past and future. Thank you to Davey Odell for the music. And special thanks to Winter Answer. And Oxy for being extra eyes. May our roads again cross. So that is what is currently available of roads yet traveled through the Rhoun route. I haven't read Doc or Maruk's route yet. I assume most of it is going to go along the same way. But, you know, it'll still be recorded and it will still be another day, because right now this is like an hour 14. It'll be shorter than this because, you know, there's bad takes that I have to cut out. But yeah, it'll be like around an hour. So each episode will get its own day. So yeah, like if you don't want to watch Rhoun, well, I guess it's too late now if you're at this point. But if you want to watch the Doc, he'll be next, and then Maruk will be last. I wonder how he'll deal with a human picking him. And it was kind of obvious that the Doc expected you to go with him. Probably because he's like, well, I'm the one taking care of him the most, and, you know, I'm the one more invested in him. It's like, you're also hiding stuff from him. The one that seems the most genuine, or the two that seem the most genuine, are Maruk and Rhoun. Rhoun, because he kind of doesn't seem like the type of person that thinks through before talking, so he just says stuff that he's thinking. And Maruk is the blunt type, so he wouldn't hide things from you. In fact, he's done a very good job of laying it, you know, all on the table, saying like, you know what? Even though you're free, you're not really free. Any little slip up and you go back in the cell. But yeah. Anyways, but yeah. So what did you think of Rhoun? Do you like Rhoun? I like Rhoun. If you don't like him, then, you know, too bad for you. I'm still gonna read the other guys, but still. So if you like Rhoun, why do you like him? If you haven't already said in the previous, you know, video. And how do you expect his route is going to unfold? I have a suspicion that revolves around the people that he frequently refers to as his friends. Mainly based on my own experience, but yeah. I'm gonna keep that, you know, to myself for now. But anyways, thank you all for watching / listening. If you would like to play Roads Yet Traveled yourself, you can find it over on itch, and you can find a direct link to it from the creator's Twitter page, or the Twitter page associated with this project. And I will link that down in the description, as well as the Patreon, which will get you early access, assuming, to Roads Yet Travel, well, early builds of Roads Yet Travel, and anything that they might, put in there. And or if you would just like to support them by, monthly, or I will also post down the link for coffee, which, if you would like to support them with a one-time donation, then, you can do that. And I also have a coffee if you want to, donate to me too. It's not needed, but, it is highly appreciated. Anyways, but yeah. So all of that will be linked down in the description. And I guess that's it for now, and I will see you in the next route. Bye-bye.